Hello, Wellness Warriors, and thank you for joining us again. So much is happening, so much is transpiring, and excited for what we are continuing to line up for what's to come. But I was on my way to an event and I felt compelled. For those of you that believe in some kind of higher source, some will call this, hearing it from God, or we had it landed on our heart. However that lands for you, I meet you there. But this came through loud and clear. It was something that I wanted to share, so much so that I snagged my memo section on my cell phone and recorded in the car while we were on our way. And I was unsure. I thought it may be a dry run, which is not something that I do for this podcast. I record in one go. There's no editing outside of ensuring that the audio is desirable for those of you that are on the listening side. And so I thought it may be a dry run, my first time. And then I sent it to the producer and said, is there any chance we could do anything for this and with this? And he said, absolutely. We 100% can. It won't be what you have come to know and love and trust. And it won't always be the way in which I am formulating and creating additional podcast episodes. But for this one, it was again on my heart heavy, and it felt as though it was worthy of coming to the forefront immediately. So please tune in. I'd love to also hear your responses. That is something that we always invite in on this podcast. And so much so that we have a voice memo section on the website. If you visit the podcast website, wellnesswarriorcollectivepodcast.com, all together, one word, you will see the option of putting your voice to your opinion. And we would love to hear it there. And if you'd like, let us know and we may feature you here. But for now, this is my introduction and my conclusion. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for continuing to trust that it is my deepest desire to continue amplifying the wellness warrior within, not only for self, but for all of the humans in this world. We all deserve to amplify the wellness warrior within. It is our birthright. It is 100% available, and we are worthy of every part of it. Take a listen, sending love, and so grateful that you're here. Having this revelation, this thing I feel so called to share, a message that has landed on my heart around the dependency on anything, and I speak from no place of judgment. I have sat in a place of both being abstaining from all and also participating in recreational haziness. And I'm going to reference it haziness because I believe there are so many ways in which we create the haze. It's not only with the alcohol or the weed, the Adderall or the Zoloft. There are so many ways that we introduce chemicals into our system, not from a place of ceremony. And so this isn't an attack on all plant medicine. However, I would wage a war on most pharmaceutical things, but this is actually more to the conversation around the fact that the plant medicine is a space of honoring, a space of participation, a place of opening. When we're creating haziness to be more comfortable, it is my deepest knowing now, as this is the truth for me, that the haziness is because I don't trust me. I don't trust if I'm enough as I am. I want to relax to be different, to show up in a different energy. And rather than recognizing that the empowerment here is to know that I have so many ways that I've already discovered and more to come around how I can create and become the vibration I desire to be without the influence of other things surrounding me, without the requirement to have a certain demeanor or behave a certain way, but really from a place of knowing that I am enough as I am on any given day. In my humanness and my mistakes, I'm perfect as I am, divinely designed and delivered in this moment, particularly and especially for what I am walking in and experiencing. And so, this hit really, really, really firm, straight into my heart, an outward conversation, and I felt so compelled to pay it forward to all of you. Because for me, it allowed me to zoom out, and it invited me to perceive where I was giving up my power because I was still not trusting self. I don't know who that message is meant for. The truth is, I'm in my car on the way to a lunch, and I've never recorded a podcast on the go. In fact, I'm moving into being on a podcast later this evening, and I will be back in the studio and doing it in my home, which is a corner in my basement called my office. But this hit me in my heart, and I listened to the calling to bring it forth because for someone, it is the reminder that these are places that we create haziness in what our actual thoughts are because we have not come into a place of peace, into a place of permission, and in a place of from a place of curiosity and witnessing. And so it's not to villainize ourselves or make ourselves bad. It's simply to say that we're perfect as we are, even if it's outside of what you pictured, because the only way we ever have the chance to shift the picture is first to see it as what it is, to have the awareness to see the truth. So I applaud you for staying to this part of the recording, likely far more noise and maybe not as beautifully recorded, but I thank you for staying with me this far into this share because I believe this is where we take our power back and are reminded that we always have the opportunity to choose, but we will find many places in which we think that doesn't exist. And so I ask you, what are you excited to make a choice in regards to that's different than how you're showing up right now? Likely something we've proclaimed we aren't or we could never be. But what is that place that you could lean into and write a new story? Say it differently. Speak a new truth. I invite you to consider, what is that for you? I'd love to hear. Please, I love receiving the DMs, and I'm so excited about the recorded audio. So please, 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 if you have something to share after one of these episodes, it would mean so very much to me if you would take a moment and leave your honest feedback. I'd love to feature you, and I'm so excited to be walking this alongside of you. Thank you for loving and seeing me and allowing me to be a safe space for us to have these dynamic conversations, create curiosity, and I'm so excited for what we have to come in store for this upcoming season. You guys, the interviews that are lining up are blowing my mind, and I hope you're as excited as I am. I can't wait to unpack with you, and if you've got a topic you'd like us to cover, please, please, please head on over and let me know. I'd love to make a connection, so maybe you have someone you believe would bring something forward, or maybe that is you, around how can we amplify the wellness warrior within? What is it that we're not yet considering that people deserve to know? Can't wait for this to spread like wildfire as we light the world up with our love. And if you don't know, I hope you know we have a daily show Monday through Friday, 7:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day for nearly 2 years, more than 100 to 150, sometimes even now closer to 200 people walking into the space, so many choosing to share what it is about themselves that they are proud of, why they're grateful for the human being that they are. We speak our desire and dream as though it is already true, and we tie it all up with something you love about you. Yes, this is what we share every single day. We are lighting the world up by honoring ourselves, stepping away from the story, that singing our praise, taking a moment to honor what has always lived within, somehow reduces the shine of others. And I am here, wellness warriors, I am here to break that stigma. Because without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, when we love ourselves, we give others permission to see and do the same, both for self and for us. I can't wait to continue expanding alongside each and every one of you. I love you so deeply, so appreciative of every single human. When I get the messages of the listens and the feedback, I literally explode. Have the most beautiful, magical day, and stay tuned. We'll see you soon.